That is absolutely incredible. And we are getting underway here at Clash at Blackcliff. First up, on the Greasy Dream, we have a front Gatling, we have a side rocket carousel, and we have a rear carronade. And on the Business Bueller, I've been warned about this. We have a top deck mine launcher, a far left mine launcher, a far right Artemis, and bottom deck Artemis, and it's very, very dark Gatling. There we go.
And for the Storm Riders, their opponents, we have the Fancy Chimera, piloted by Dementio. Looks like we have a Mercury Mobula, Flamethrower Carronade for the outer deck, and Gatling Light Flak for the, for the inner deck, and Gatling Light Flak for the outer deck. Not too many a strange combination of weapons on this Mobula, but their ally is going to be the Battering Ram, piloted by Finks. It is a heavy Carronade Goldfish with a left side light Carronade and a right side Banshee. What do you make of the Chimera's Mobula build here?
Right, well, let's take a closer look at that. Mercs, Flax, yeah. It's a bit of all sorts, isn't it? A bit of a Swiss Army Mobula, that.
Like, the only really exclusively long-range weapon on this ship is that Mercury, and, like, you can get some light flak shots in as well, but this doesn't have the long-range firepower that we see from a lot of the more standard, like, Hades double Artemis, or really any Mobula build that has Artemis on it.
It could be quite nasty at short range. I mean, maybe they go in, taking out guns with that Merc, and they come in with the short-range guns and just mess them up. It could work. It could work.
Man, I feel like they really could have fit an Artemis on that ship, though. Take out a few guns on your way in. That gives you a pretty good advantage.
Well, then maybe the Riders just feel we could win with anything. It doesn't matter. We're just that good.
Yeah.
And they probably will as well.
I've seen Dementio win with Hades Mercury Pyramidians, so if he can do that, he can do anything.
Hades Mercury, Jesus. Okay, well, Battering Ram turning its rear to face, almost like that scene in Braveheart, where the Scots turn their butts to the English army. Battering Ram sort of glitch through that pipe there. Going through, Greasy Dream in pursuit, but turns away.
Yeah,
Business Bueller.
Chimera deciding, I mean, he's staying back here, obviously using the battery. Each of these ships, I mean, this is something we see a lot for these high-level teams, is the pairing of a Mobula, which has extremely strong DPS output, combined with a much faster ship that allows them to get good visibility, good spotting, and can retreat once they get those spots.
Well observed. And now the Fancy Chimera is coming in on the Grease Dream. Doing a bit of flame damage, but nothing serious. And now Business Bueller is firing back and forth with the Fancy Chimera. Battering Ram going down to, I believe, to intercept the Greasy Dream. But the armor was down on the Battering Ram there and is being picked away by the Business Bueller. Greasy Dream helping out.
Yeah, Benispula having those Artemis so powerful against the Goldfish, which relies heavily on that single heavy weapon to do really anything.
Here's the Fancy Chimera now with that deadly short range. There's deadly short range guns. Oh, a lot of fires on the Business Bueller already. Fancy Chimera's armor's down, however.
The question we see here, the question we're waiting for here is, when are those mines going to come out? If we get a nice mine hit, that could really turn the tide of this Mobula fight.
It certainly could, but I think the Fancy Chimera is going to try and sort of stay close enough so those mines aren't going to be an issue.
There's a hit.
Oh, yeah, maybe there was. And now Business Bueller, armor stripped, Gatling going down. Will we see the flak? Where's the flak? Where was the... a mine hit, another one. Fancy Chimera's in big trouble here. A lot of fires. Meanwhile, Battering Ram and Greasy Dream fighting it out here, just on the low ground.
Man, these mines just continuing to staircase...
Oh, Fancy Chimera! Fancy Chimera goes down!
Man, staircasing them down, at a certain point, like, if you hit them with 6 mines in a row, eventually you just finish them off with the Gat Artemis.
That's the stairway to hell. It certainly is. And now the Battering Ram. Maybe about to live up to its name here. Just blend it. Oh, great use of the side blender on the Greasy Dream. Will we see a big watcher on the engines before the Greasy Dream escapes?
That would be
Apparently,
impressive from a goldfish with a heavy carronade on the
yes,
front.
I know. I just realised that my eyes are getting bad. Anyway, the Greasy Dream is about to get Ramu, and he's down. And now, but however, the Business Bureau already firing down on the battering ram. The battering ram's got to be careful here. The Business Bureau has the altitude advantage. The Fancy Chimera is already supplementing with the Mercs. Gatling going down. The battering ram goes high. Nicely done by the battering ram. And now the battering ram's in an optimal position to start blending down the Business Bureau. But look out for that mine! Ooh. Oh, the mine hits! Battering rams, big trouble here. Oh, and another mine hits.
Are they actually going to be able to get this kill with the Fancy Chimera right behind them?
Oh my god, they may just... Oh, one more shot will do it, but the Fancy Chimera... Oh, more mine! Oh, look out for that mine! Oh, the mine hits! The battering ram is so messed up here. The Business Bureau, balloon down, armor down. And that's it, but the battering ram was very close to death there.
I'm surprised they managed to attack on that much amount of damage onto the battering ram before they went down. With
Well, the mines...
the mines are... Those mines are just such a volatile weapon in these high-level matches. I mean, it's one of the more difficult weapons in the game. It requires a really on-point gunner, but if you have that accuracy, it does so much damage. It screws with your movement. It just the knockback from the mine just flips your ship all around, makes it difficult to keep your gun arcs. Like this.
It certainly does. I mean, if used correctly, it's one of the most powerful weapons of the game, but it's just very difficult to get in the right situation. But if you do, boom shakalaka.
Yeah, I know you are, I guess, I forget, it was Gilder, right, who is the main proponent of the mine junker in early competitive play.
Yes, we were the first team to ever use a mine junker, and we actually won that game against the Flying Dutchman,
Well, I was
who were a brilliant team. That was a resounding victory.
I was actually thinking about your Unvallen conflict match against Wolfpack.
Oh, yes.
On Periton and Dunes. We had so many mines.
We were the first team ever to 5-0 the Wolfpack, and that's when they were basically undefeated. Just reminding people that I was a good captain.
Well, I guess, that's the risk you were taking is you'd watch all the previous matches, and, the only strategy they had was to charge directly from where they were to where the opponents were. So if you put a bunch of floating explosives in between those 2 points, you were betting they would just try to charge right through them, which they did.
Yes, they did. And it did work in that one match. Anyway, the Fancy Chimera and the Battering Ram, it seems, circling the drain, as James T. Kirk put it. Both these teams circling around the map, not spotting each other. Come on, lads, let's have a good old knockabout. I suspect the Ryders will be loath to engage, given the Battering Ram's low permahull. But does that matter? These are the Ryders. I mean, come on.
We spent so much time talking about the mine launcher. When we talk about some of these other ships, like, typically I feel like the goldfish to squid matchup, usually in favor of the goldfish. The squid relies so much on its high maneuverability to stay out of gun arcs. It's one of the squishier ships, and it has a lot of components that are susceptible to disable.
A blender fish is one of the most dangerous ships for a squid to fight because they can nullify that balloon and thus all its maneuverability very quickly indeed.
Exactly. But based on how the ships are positioned now, with the battering ram having so much damage on it, the squid's Gat Banshee is going to take them out fairly quickly once they get the armor break. So I think you are right that the battering ram's going to have to be a little more careful with how they engage, potentially going to use the Mobula to try to maybe bait out the squid so that they can blend them safely. Oh, and once they're blended down, they don't have to worry.
Breaking news. It has been a call for a pause. If I've been paying attention, this is why these two teams seem to have ceased activity. Yes, Commander Elite Princess Tutu. Oh yes, Princess Tutu has now come back. Hopefully this pause will now end and we can resume this Guns of Icarus action. Blah.
action in quotes here.
Quote unquote action. Hey, it's action compared to 2 hour sniping matches. Okay.
I suppose it's okay, Brick. You're safe now. We have time limits. It's You'll never have to go to that bad place ever again.
Yes.
But yeah, this is something we see a lot on this map, or a lot of these maps that have like center mass and low visibility from the clouds is just people rotating around, trying to stay safe, trying to play a little conservatively, waiting until they get, a spot on one of the enemy ships because they don't want to get caught in a situation with their pants down.
Certainly not, especially with a battering ram. Predator Hunter says, it's not like I want to blow you up or anything, Marauder. Backer.
All right, let me hide the stream chat there. Let me just put that one away.
I like it. I like the Guns of Icarus. We have a good tradition of friendly smack talk.
I look, I have no problem with smack talk, but there's too much anime in this in this chat here.
You kids and your animes. Oh, here we go. Battering ram has been spotted. Business Bueller also spotted. Business Bueller taking a...
Oh, it looks like Greasy Dream, I think, knows the goldfish is so damaged here. He's going to go for the fast kill on this heavily damaged goldfish.
Gatling stripping, but they're repairing, however. Business Bueller helping out. Greasy Dream, however, loses its balloon, elects to go low. Business Bueller has given its rear to the Fancy Chimera. This may have been a mistake by the Business Bueller.
Yeah, it depends how fast. It looks like they may have given up on the goldfish here very quickly. Greasy Dream now being forced back to support his ally and try to push the Chimera away.
Will it be enough? I got a little bit of permahull damage from the Fancy Chimera, but the Fancy Chimera goes high. Now Greasy Dream going for the battering ram. Greasy Dream already has lost its balloon, however. That I think the thing is that heavy carronade can take down that balloon of the Greasy Dream a lot faster than they can. The Greasy Dream can reliably strip the hull of the battering ram and finish it off.
I think Mighty Keb, the Squid Pilot, maybe just being a little too conservative here, because I feel like if they came in high, even if their balloon goes down, if they committed to the fight, they'd be able to get the kill. But they just, anytime their balloon starts taking damage, he immediately runs away. I don't think he needs to be that worried.
Well, I don't know. I mean, all it takes is one ram when a squid's balloon is down, and that's all she wrote. Oh, Greasy Dream taking Merc fire here. Oh, a bit of missed flak. Greasy Dream, one engine down, no significant damage. Greasy Dream using altitude here, firing down those Banshees. Not much effect, but it's whittling them away. Business Bueller firing, but to no real effect. Business Bueller is now out of range with the Fancy Chimera and the battering ram. Greasy Dream forced to retreat. I think that the Predator's just on the back foot right now. They got too kill hungry in that engage for the battering ram on low health, and it just kind of messed up their whole strategy.
Yeah, and the Benispula, like, they do have those dual Artemis, but they don't have any long-range piercing. So without the Greasy Dream able to commit at a closer distance, use that Gatling to pierce the armor, like, the Benispula is not going to be able to do any permanent damage.
They keep going back for this goldfish. Business Bueller going high, trying to supplement the damage on the battering ram. Battering ram's arm was dangerously low there, but it goes up again. Fancy Chimera now taking advantage, firing on the Business Bueller. Business Bueller, hull down. Greasy Dream, balloon down. Business Bueller goes down. And now Greasy Dream is in massive trouble here. Its balloon is down. Battering ram, its armor is holding. Battering ram, chase the Greasy Dream. Why are you chasing? Chase! That little squid's gonna get away.
He's kerosene, man. I think maybe having some engine difficulties, perhaps.
Greasy Dream, moonwalking backwards out of this engagement.
Oh man, the light Fancy Chimera seems to, like, without those, like, key mines, like, Fancy Chimera is going to have a big advantage in the close range engagement versus the other Mobula, because it has so much more damage with that light flak. Light flak kills so quickly once the armor goes down.
I think they should just focus the Mobula, maybe. I mean, the Mobula doesn't have the same I mean, it'd be easier for the squid to get on the bad side of the mobula, and the goldfish, it can just disable that squid whenever it goes in.
I mean, yeah, but even if Greasy Dream, I mean, if Greasy Dream decides to go for the Fancy Chimera, like, the battering ram's still going to be on them. Like, the battering ram's going to stick close to their ally and protect them, so I'm not sure. Like, no matter what, they're going to be exposing their balloon to the heavy carronade. I guess it's just a question of which blue ship they think they can kill faster, and one would think it would be the battering ram, but they've had so much difficulty getting those armor breaks.
Exactly.
The goldfish doesn't even have that much armor. You just got to keep that Gatling arc for a little longer.
Oh, and maybe they've got the opportunity now. Battering ram has got behind the business bit. Now Grease Stream has the rear of the battering ram. Oh, armor down, and this is maybe what you talked about.
Where are the
Ram.
banshees?
Oh, the banshees were just too late. Where are the banshees? Is the new. Where is the mobula? Oh, there we go. Surely Grease Stream will finish them off now. Oh no, but Grease Stream receiving fire from the Fancy Chimera. The battering ram gets away. The battering ram gets away again.
Shoot them with your guns, Greasy Dream. You have guns.
Oh, sandwich! Oh, how unfortunate! But the Greasy Dream, armor down, balloon down. Can the Fancy Chimera finish off the Greasy Dream? But the businessmen are coming in.
Oh, I think once these once these mines start coming into effect from the Benisbula, like, the window of opportunity for, I don't think they're going to be able to kill this squid. Squid's too fast. They're going to be able to get out of gun arcs pretty quickly here.
Businessbula, all business here with the mines. I don't think that's really going to help firing mines in front of yourself, Businessbula. Businessbula hits 2 of its own mines, destroying its armor and balloon. Disastrous for the Businessbula. Hopefully, Greasy Dream can get a quick kill on the Fancy Chimera. Oh, Businessbula pops out a mine, but the Fancy Chimera avoids it. Oh, the 2 mines are a crucial mistake. Or maybe not. It looks like Fancy Chimera is going to go down. Yes, they made a bad mistake there, but they got away with it because they were in a 2-on-1.
Mobula versus Mobula squid. Hard to screw up. And smartly enough, it does look like a battering ram, realizing that this ally was in a no recovery situation, staying back here.
Get your mess ups with the mines out of the way early, so you won't do it again. Those mines, they are not a pursuit weapon, not really.
No, I mean, unless you're tailgating them, you know, and you can maybe use Lesmok to shoot them behind, but aside from that, if they're any distance between the 2 ships, it's going to be hard to chase them with mines.
And it's just creating problems yourself because you're blocking your own pursuit path.
Absolutely.
Anyway, yes, here we go. It's free. It could get the next engage could decide everything. Once again, the Predators have tested the Ryders.
Yeah, and going into, we kind of have a reverse situation from what we just saw going into the next fight, because now the Greasy Dream is the one that's very heavily damaged, and you know, in these sort of situations, I'm always curious. You know, we talked a bit about it in the last fight, but always curious to see which ship the teams decide to focus. If they want to take out the more heavily damaged ship, or if they want to take out the ships that's going to be a little easier to hit, the ship that has lower close range mobility. And it looks like for now, the target's going to be the Greasy Dream as the only exposed red ship.
Well, what I think it's also important, you've got to suppress the damage dealer here. And Businessbula is the damage dealer here. Businessbula coming in on the side of the battering ram as the battering ram charges for the Greasy Dream. This is what I'm kind of talking about. Mine's going down. Battering ram's armor stripped.
Oh, battering ram. Seemed like battering ram didn't expect.
Oh, battering ram's in big trouble here.
No, I think they're okay for now.
Battering
ram, I'm surprised, not expecting the Mobula to be sitting there and waiting. You know, if you see one enemy ship and you don't see the other, you can.
Oh, battering ram! Always getting dangerously close to those mines. Dangerously close to those mines. Oh.
Yeah, but they have
skip to beat.
I think they're
And
going to
now,
be left alone here. They got full armor. They've got
yeah,
most
but
of their
while they're
health.
alone, Fancy Chimera's getting whittled down. Business has got to be careful not to hit its own mines here. Oh, and he goes down! The Predators are 1 kill away from beating the Riders! Oh my god! Greasy Dreams, balloons down! Battering ram dangerously close to a mine! Business Spiller just hit one of its own. Oh, and the mine hit on the battering ram! The battering ram! Battering ram balloon goes down! Oh my god! It's gonna happen, us! It's gonna happen!
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it's.
from the battering ram!
I don't know, man. It's not sewn up just yet. I mean, a lot of it's gonna come down to like none of the mines hit, so they haven't been able to actually lock the battering ram down. They're backing away. Fancy Chimera spawning in behind, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to get in fast enough here.
The balloon is burning! Battering
They're
ram
so
detectable!
low.
Where can he go? Oh my god! It did it! The Predators beat the Riders! The undefeated Riders beaten for the first time! I mean, there must have been over 25 plus, 25, 30 matches the Riders have been in this tournament, and they finally lost one.
Yes, extremely. My words are gone. Impressive play from Team Predators this match. Really capitalizing on those mines. Really played a huge part in this match. I guess that would be Anakin on that mine launcher. Just great accuracy, some nice hits, really turning the tide of several of those fights. Surely contributing a large amount to their victory here.
I mean, that is just as we were starting to think, oh, well, you know, Ryder's going to win everything all the time. This is the ray of hope. Because if the Predators can beat the Riders here, then maybe they can beat them in the finals as well.